So far, so far, we look at on this. We look at on the start, stop, once. Also, we look at around it, random, how we can generate random, full, and also we look at on round its standard deviation, the maximum, the minimum, the max axis, and the axis. Now, I just try to glance through. Now let's go to the mathematical operation and the where we have the what, the multiplication, addition of what, of arrays, multiplication, addition of arrays. So now we are going to create a code called, let's say A is equal to what? Let's say MP MP dot what array, MP dot array, and we are going to say one, two, two, three, okay, and four, five. Good. Now we are going to run it. Automatically, we just created an array called A, array of A. So let's run A. So let's run A and paste it here. So this is A for you, and this is the A. Now let's perform what? The addition, subtraction, and multiplication of what? Array. Addition, subtraction, and multiplication of array. We have what? A plus A plus 10. Let's see, A plus 10. We have 11. Did you see automatically it has already added 10 to each numbers? It has what? Already added 10 to each numbers. So 10 has been added to each number. So let's see the minus, automatically it will minus 10 from each numbers. Let's see, okay, let's see the times, 10 times, good. Automatically it has already times, let's say divide, automatically it has already divided. So we have glanced through the mathematical operation. Now let us move on. Let us move on. Let's see how we can use the square root, square, trigonometry, signs, positive and negative. So let's create this. Let's see how we can work with the trigonometry, the square root, the positive, negative side. So I'm coming in our mathematics. I believe you have an better knowledge of trigonometry. I believe you have knowledge of square root. So I want to hear from you. Akejola, in your, let's say, your secondary school or university days, I believe you have heard the word trigonometry.
Yes, trigonometry issues.
Yeah. So let's move on. So since you have the idea, let's move on. Let's see the trigonometry ratio. So I'm trying to make sure that we complete the NoPy, because the NoPy is not too long. We'll complete it then we from our next class. Let's say tomorrow, probably tomorrow, we might start from data analysis from pandas. Okay, pandas. Let's say pandas. Okay, let's just take it. So pandas, we are going to analyze the student performance data and student performance data, and then we'll visualize so that your project will take off. Okay, and because we have already gone far, and this is the what? This is the let's say fifth week of the training. This is the fifth week of the training. We have already spent more than 4 weeks, and this is the fifth week, and you are expected to work on your project from next week. So let's see if we can conclude everything about Python for data analysis this week. So uh, now we are going to create an array. Let's copy this. We'll copy this and we'll paste it here. And we are going to pass in some data. We are going to say minus 1. Let's say minus 2, minus 2, comma, minus 1, minus 0, and or plus 1, plus 2. Good. Let's run this. This is A. This is what? A. And our A, we should see how we can use the what? The square roots. Let's see how we can make use of what? The square roots, the square. So we are going to call np dot square. Let's use the square first. Square. Then the square, we pass in what? A. We pass in A. Sorry for that. So passing A, and A should be the square. Now the square of minus 2 is 4. The square of minus 1 is minus 1. So this is the square root. And let's see, this is the square. Let's see the square root. Now for us to define square roots, let's copy this, open a new tab, paste. Square root is QRT. That's a square root A. Okay, now run. Now look at the square root, and it give us the nan now. So minus, let's say 0, 1, and the square root. So now we are going to look at on sine, the sine of A, sine. Good. This is the sine of the sine. We are going to look at on cosine. Cosine, cosine, that is a cos. We are going to look at for what? The tan. We are going to look at for tan. So we have looked at on tan. We are going to look at on what? Sine. Sine. So good. We have looked at on sine. Now let's go into the arithmetical or arithmetical on multi-array and dot products. Let's say multi-array and dot product. Okay. When we talk about multi-array, like having two arrays is a multi-array. Having two array is what? A multi-array. So let's see how we can work on that. Okay. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear? Okay. Now we are going to create a, let's say, multi-array. We are going to use a equal to what, mp dot array, and passing the array of digits, let's say 4 comma 5. So this is the array, this is our first array, and we paste it to the second array, which we are going to call it b. So now this is the two array we are using. This is the two array we are using. We have the a b array. Now since we have the a b array, we are going to what, perform the add. We are going to perform what, the add, subtraction, division of two array. So let's see. Hello, Akerejola. Kerejola. So good news, can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. So now we are going to work with the two array. Now we are going to say mp dot what, add. Then we are going to pass in a comma b. This is the method you can add, or you can use this method a plus b. Now you can use a plus b. Okay, so you can use this. You can do something like this, or a plus b. So see, this thing still apply to the rest. So we copy this, we look out for the subtraction. Now we are going to be changing now. We are going to be changing. So subtraction, this thing also applies subtraction. So subtraction. Now this is a subtraction. They multiply, they divide, and what, deduct, and deduct. So this is what I've introduced you guys to. So now you can do comparison. You can do comparison. Now when we talk about comparison, you want to compare if the first array is equal, or the if the first array is equal. So now the comparison, let's see comparison. We can use array underscore equal. So this comparison is, so they are false, is false because they are not equal. So good. So we have looked out on this. Now we are going to look at on how we can slice. In our previous class, we deal on slicing. So let's see how we can slice in what, in Numpy. So now let's create an array. Let's copy this array. Let's slice this array. So we are going to name this C. Now let's slice this array of C. Now we are going to say C. When we talk about slicing, remember we are talking about slicing. We use the forward and the backward index. So let's say slice. Let's see this. Look at it. 41 is the first one. 41 is the first. 1 is the two. 1 is the second, which is 15, and like that. So we can also slice using the range. We want to slice from the range. We can say for 1 from 1 to 4. So it will slice out from 1 to 4. So this is how we can slice. Now you can guess you want to get the last element. Now for us to get the last element, we can use this word minus 1. Minus 1 can give you the last element from the backward. So minus 1, yes, minus 1. Now we have lookout on that. Okay. Now, for example, uh, we have index. We are lookout on how we can what index. Now we want to see on how we can what create an array. After creating the array, we reshape the array. So after creating the array, we reshape it. So we want to see how we can what create an array and then reshape. There's a word in Python called what the reshape. What's the reshape? We want to what reshape or the reshape any data we want to use. So and coming, let's create a two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array. So good. We are going to create two-dimensional array. We are going to do it like this: A equal to np dot array np dot array, and we are going to say one. Let's pass in a two-dimensional array. Let's say 1, comma 2, comma 3. Now we have passing this. So let's see if we can pass in what again, another array. Let's say 1, no, instead of 1, 6, comma 7, 8. Now good. Let's run this. Now this is two-dimensional array. Let's see the output. Now this is two-dimensional array. So we want to reshape. We want to reshape. Now remember in our matrices we have what? The 2 by 3. This is the 2 by 3 matrix. Now we want to reshape it to 3 by 2 matrix. 3 by what? 2 matrix. So we use the A dot what? Dot reshape. Now reshape. So we pass in what shape we want it to be. We have 2 by 3, 3 by 2. It will reshape it to 3 by 2. So look at it. It has already what reshape it. So we have reshaped this, and we are going to also look at on um, okay, let's say single arrays. Let's say single array. So we are going to copy this and see how we can merge two arrays to single array. So Now we want to see how we can what merge two array to single array. We have our first array called A and second one called B. So merging it, we can use the H stack. H what stack? H stack. H stack A and B. That is, we are merging A to and B together to become an horizontal stack. That is why we call it H stack. H stack. So we want to merge it now. We call the MP dot H stack, H stack, and H stack. Okay, H stack. We pass in A comma B, A comma B, and A comma B will give us what? Will give us all the sum in an horizontal format. I believe you understand this part. Should I move on? Hello, is there any is there any issue or are you guys following?
We are following.
So, Akerejola, what about you?
I'm following. No, the
So,
class
no
is
issue.
getting.
Huh?
I said the class is getting very long already, though.
Okay, I think we'll still round up. We'll still round up, okay? Are you hearing me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I said the class will soon round up, okay? Let's move on. We have just little time, okay, to spend. Little time, little time. So let's move on. So we are talking about horizontal stack. So I have displayed the horizontal stack for you, and I believe you have seen it. So I'm coming. Oh wow. So we have the horizontal stack, and so which we combine what all the we have already combined what all the digits to become a single array, to become what a single array. So now let's see how we can what make it a vertical array using the vertical stack. There's a word called the vertical stack, and the vertical stack is V stack. And look at it, we already make it to what become a vertical stack. So you can what reshape your we can what reshape our two-dimensional array. So let's copy this. Let's go this side. Okay, this is two-dimensional array. We can as well shape. We can check for the shape. Let's say we want to check for the shape. We want to check for the shape of this array. We can say a dot shape, and it will give us the shape, and this is its shape. It's a two-dimensional array. That is a 2 by 3 array. So We have gotten the shape, and let's look out for the dimension. There's a word called n dimension. N dimension will give us the dimensional array dot what dimension, and it will give us the dimensional array. So now look at it. It has already given us the dimension, and we can check for what size. We can check for what size. So let's check for the size dot size. Okay, size is what? 6. Size is what? 6. So congratulations to you guys. We have just completed the NoPy, and on our next class we are moving into data analysis using pandas. Using what? Pandas, where we are going to look at on our student performance data set, and how we can load our data sets, how we can load it, and how we can see the data set, and also we can visualize in uh, let's say Python. Then we can also view our visualization on Power BI. So good night, guys. I believe this class was nice. Hello, Akerediola. Hello, guys.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
Okay, so good night. I said that we have round up with the class NoPy. Okay,
Sorry, your
we are
network is breaking.
okay. We are moving into the data analysis part. Can you hear me? Favor.
I can hear you. Network was breaking.
Okay, should we hold our class tomorrow or next tomorrow?
Next tomorrow.
Okay, okay. Good news. Next tomorrow is right. Hello. I can hear
Next
you.
next tomorrow is okay.
Okay, next tomorrow. So we are going to be on class next tomorrow. We are going to look at on pandas, which we are going to visualize. So on Friday we can work on. Okay, Azanta, you are welcome. Azanta, our class will be next tomorrow. So we have just completed NoPy, everything about NoPy. So we are moving into the part of data analysis, which is pandas, where we are going to look at on student performance data set. The student performance data set, we we will share the I will share the data set. I think on Wednesday early morning I will share the data set to you guys.
All
Okay,
right, so
and I will share the data set, and also on Wednesday we are going to look at on the data set. So I will share the data set for you guys to practice. Okay, that's why I'm sharing the data set. So good night. Wednesday we will look at on pandas and look at on some visualization in pandas, and also student performance data set. So good night. Have a nice day. Bye.
thank you.